July. It's raining right now, so it's like hopefully the rain stop and I get to go out and do certain things that I planned, which is go to the mall and go to Barnes and Noble. So I didn't think I was gonna get to do the video today because I was really trying to go and enjoy the holiday, but since it's raining off and on, I'm like 1 minute I'm out, the next minute I'm back in. So I said, why not take some time and do a video until the rain stopped and I could go out and run a few more errands. And so I really wanted to do a video on being married at 18. It's so crazy because I whenever I find myself talking to people, I always mention how I was married and the look that people give me, because I guess people think I'm in my 20s. Then it's a blessing, I would say that. Anyway, people to just refer back to my video, because this is actually where I feel most comfortable talking. I feel as good telling people face to face certain things than I do just talking in the room by myself when I know, nobody else is. I don't know. But anyway, let's get to the video. So yes, I was married at 18 and I wanted to do a video because I'm always asked questions. Like I would say that it's better to ask me questions now than to ask me when I was married, because I was 18. I had no idea about being married. I had no idea how to even be in a marriage, and I when I was getting married in that time, I guess I never even thought about that. I really thought like it was like people just get married. It's not like a big deal. But I guess now, years later, I'm seeing how much it definitely is definitely a consideration. It's not something like, it's to say you're gonna marry anybody is like the worst thing. And I would say I definitely was proposed to a couple times even after being married. But yeah, it's definitely just not it's really a big deal to decide to marry someone. So when I got married, I instantly thought that it was like a mistake. I thought like, damn, I just made a mistake. Not because of the person I was married to, but just because the way it was done. Got married in a courthouse, and I didn't have family there. My sister was there. That was it. But I have plenty of siblings and just family that probably would have wanted to be there. And it was both ways. And now that I'm looking at it now, we both deserved a lot more. Like we both deserved to have like our families, especially still knowing the person now. Like when you remain, on good terms with the person, and then you still feel like years later that even if you didn't marry each other, two people that are, so innocent and just great people deserve better than just, unless people want that, then of course it's whatever you want. At that age and just being so young, I didn't learn, and you don't have to be a young age to know this, but just overcoming challenges and how to move past things, how to communicate, which is the most important thing to me now, is like learning communication and being able to communicate things between your partner, knowing like what the other person expects, and can you hold up to those expectations, and just knowing to keep yourself together and figure yourself out and not losing yourself while you are remaining in a relationship, but like in a marriage too. And I see how important it is now, definitely, to Do the things that you intend on doing for yourself before you get married, just because once you do get married, it's like life don't stop. You have more responsibilities and more, and like whether you have kids and then still a husband, now everybody expects you to still be this person that they seen when you was married. I mean, before you got married. So I had no idea about that, and I was so against like being submissive to a man, because I felt like that was like taking something from me, taking like me feeling like a feminist, and like no, I still have to live my life a certain way. I'm gonna live my life this way, and you're gonna be second, and now knowing that it doesn't work like that, not because like it's not about whether the person is second or not. When you find a person for you, I'm aware that you find the person for you, and you're not putting the person second or first. Like, it's more of something that's just natural. Like, when you become one, you do for the other person the same way you would do for yourself, and that's like natural. It's not oh, now I have to do for you first, and then it's not that. Like, it doesn't feel like that. It feels so much more just like I desire to do for you. I desire to take care of you the way I would take care of myself. I desire for you to be happy all the time, so I'm going to do things that make you happy. I see these videos all the time about women talking about like how they would put their man first, and I guess now I do see how that happens. It's not about taking away from yourself. It's not about it at all. It's more about like what comes natural. Like, it literally just feels good. Like, it doesn't feel like someone is making you do it. It doesn't feel like you're being forced to do it. It just feels like this is what I desire to do, and the desire is what you want when you decide to get married. You want to feel desire to take care of that person and see that person happy every day, and especially because you know that person is happy because of you, because of the effort that you're doing, the things that you're putting into the relationship. You definitely see the difference because I've dated people where it's though I don't really like, I'm not trying to do all of this stuff for each person, and I feel the difference of, like, even if it's not a big difference, just a little difference of the people I prefer to cook for and clean up after than the people that I didn't want to do it for. And when I was married, I just didn't do it. But it was a difference of, I think it was like a lack of knowledge, I would say. It wasn't really me not wanting to do it. It was me not knowing, like me feeling like I don't know those feelings. It's a confused feeling. It's a feeling of like, I want you to be happy, but then if I do it, that takes away from me. Like, it sounds a little contradictory, but it's really not, because that feeling that I had before was a lack of knowledge. That's just what it was. Being able to be the person that I am now and mature, because I realized that when you're coming out of a household, you're coming from being raised by people, and then they having a way in the household that they do, like you in your parents' house, and the ways are set, so you become that way. It's like you don't know that things need to change for you to now be good for someone else. Like it doesn't, it's not the same. What you did in your household is going to be totally, it's two separate lives, and to be ready for that life takes time. It takes time. It takes you loving yourself for you to love someone else. It takes time just with lack of knowledge and just starting to be knowledgeable about love and what love is. And like I said, like, unless you love yourself, and even like, you'll see, even if you are in a relationship, the more that you love yourself, the more you can love someone else. Unless that person is not for you, you're either gonna love yourself enough to wanna care for that person and cater, or you're gonna love yourself enough to feel like you deserve better. And if that person loves you just as much as you love yourself, there's a big chance that you're gonna steer towards that person. Like, you're not gonna leave, because that person is showing you what you already show yourself. So it's a balance. But that balance cannot occur where there's a lack of love, of self-love. So just knowing now, like, of course, now if I was in my marriage, my previous marriage, how I would have been so much different is very unfortunate. It's so unfair, I would say, that you've known somebody, like you were married to somebody, like a great person, and to know that because you didn't have the knowledge, that it just didn't work out. If I was who I am now, and I'm not saying like, everything is to blame, like all the blame is on me, I'm not saying that. I would have felt like it was more of a fair chance. It would have been more fair to me to know that I did all that I could in that relationship. Because now, like, that's much how I am. I'm really big on not saving relationships, but saving relationships through knowing that I've done everything that I can to stay in my relationships, especially when I'm being treated well, especially when the relationship is good. There's good communication, there's good, like, intentions, there's good deeds, and then I can move on easily. Like, it really helps me move on knowing that I've tried, and whether it works out or not, like, I did the best that I could. And like, now, so it's so interesting how people would ask me if I would let my kid get married at such a young age, and I'm like, 18, I would have no choice. I don't think I would have a choice if my child was 18. But what I do know is, and I really want to end the video on this, what I definitely know, if my child got married at 18, it would be the best marriage that she ever had. And she would get married that one time, and that one time only, because I know what I would teach her. I know I would teach her self-love. I know I would teach her to cook, to clean, the feeling of being submissive, how to communicate well, how to be patient with, not just with the person, but with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Take care of yourself first, and know what you want, and get a head start on your career. Do the things that you want to do. Enjoy life, And so I know, like, that now, even her being at such a young age, I'm really programming her mind to be like that, to say affirmations, to love yourself, because if you love yourself, you could steer away from those that don't really love you. You could steer away from those that have bad intentions. Like, you could feel those feelings that just don't feel 100%. So yes, I would be 100% happy for her, and I would support her 100%, because at the end of the day, I did my job as a mom to make sure that she knows that whether someone loves her or not, if I love myself enough, that's all that matters. And if you don't love me the way I love myself, then you're not right for me. And if you do, you know, because obviously you felt something to even consider it. So if you do, and if that person communicates, like, you already have all those tools to navigate that marriage and to fight for if what's right and what's real, to just experience the best of life. And you know, I really feel like that's the most important thing. And I would be happy for her, and I will be there. And yeah, we will just be one big happy family. They just will have to be dealing with me. Because I'll always be involved in everything. But I have my own life, and you know, so she'll have her space. Anyway, guys, that was all I wanted to say for this video. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great holiday. It is July 4th. Enjoy your day. Yesterday was a full moon, and I had a great meditation. I know I didn't get to talk about it, but yeah, hopefully they have, with all of the rain, you know, we still could go see some fireworks. Today's video, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also hit the notification button so you can get updated on all the videos that I put out as soon as I upload them. Happy holiday, happy July 4th, and as always, happy manifesting. Okay, guys, bye. Thanks for tuning in to today. Ah, boy, that's so tongue-tied. Why is it so Thanks for tuning in to oh, it's hot. And then to today's, I'm just going to switch today's. The fuck? Oh boy. Coming out wrong. Whew. Why can't I just say this one day's? I don't care anymore. I don't care. I don't care.